7 whole meals. I think 2 steak meals. There's going to be 2 fish meals, 2 chicken meals. There's also going to be a protein drink, and here's the key. Lion blood.
All right, Dwayne, what was your training like for this film? What was your routine?
My routine for this film was training 6 times a week. George Farah and many people who go on bodybuilding.com know who my strength and conditioning coach is. I also have a training coach in Dave Ramsey, and we put together, this was a hell of a prep for a movie like this where it revolves around the world of bodybuilding and that culture of bodybuilding that we love, by the way, that we grew up on. So the prep was a good, 8 to 10 weeks, 6 times a week. Training twice, do my cardio in the morning. I had a personal chef who, because it requires me to eat 5, 6, 7 times a day.
Oh my God.
And not a personal chef who lives with me. I don't need another person living with me. I don't need that. I just need you to cook the food and drop it off.
Oh gosh, well once I signed on to do in the movie, I was committed to getting as big as possible. And that just meant going back to doing what I used to do when I was really young, lifting as heavy as possible, and eating 10 to 12 meals a day. And I drink 2 or 3 mass gainer shakes a day, and my calorie intake was pretty damn high. And my gas was horrible.
Training for me has become very defining. It's become part of my lifestyle. It's defined me in many ways. When I was 14 years old, I started training, and I thought to myself, I want to be successful, and the way I know how to be successful, I think, are the men I admire, and those men in my life were pro wrestlers who were my uncles and my dad, and then they were also Arnold Schwarzenegger and Stallone.
Who were your favorite wrestlers when you were a kid?
My dad, Rocky Johnson, my uncle Jimmy Superfly Snuka, the Wild Samoans.
Snuka was your uncle?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So these men were like big men who always trained and got things done with their hands. So.
I heard about your off day. 13 pizzas, is this true?
The cheat day?
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. Here's the thing, and I'm not an extreme guy, but I do get very disciplined and focused. Now, you take that discipline and focus and you apply it to a cheat day. Now, I'll say that again. It's a cheat day, not a cheat meal.
A day.
A day. That includes, I'm gonna break it down for you, Roxy. It includes at least a dozen pancakes. And I took pictures of this. So a stack of pancakes, not 13 pizzas, but 4 pizzas.
Okay.
4 pizzas. Nobody can do 13 pizzas. 4 pizzas. 2 dozen brownies. 2 dozen brownies. And dominate everything.
You like literally turn into Man versus Food.
It was one of my favorite shows, by the way.
For that day.
Food. Yeah. Oh, and Man wins. Rock versus Food.
Actually,
wow,
and
okay.
that's not a pride thing. I just prefer it. I just like it more. I worked with a trainer named Don Saladino in New York who gave me a plan, and then I just do that plan on my own.
And then the diet?
Yeah, I do that. I've done it enough that I know how to do it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Training was intense, even longer than last time. I trained with Mark Twight, who trained me on Man of Steel, for 4 months during the Man from U.N.C.L.E. shooting. And then after that, I was handed over to Michael Blevins, and during pre-production for 6 months, I trained with him. And so, yeah, I almost tripled the training time overall to achieve what I achieved on this job. And it was fun, rewarding, hard work, but rewarding.
I wake up at 3, I go down to the kitchen, I make egg whites, Ezekiel bread, almond butter with a little avocado.
Every morning?
Every morning. I go downstairs, I work out for about an hour with my buddy Jonathan. I come up, I have a shake, and then I make a salad and my food to go for the morning. And then I have turkey burgers and sweet potato. And then I go to the golf course at 6 o'clock. I play till 8 o'clock. Then I rush home to meet my wife after she drops off the kids. We have our little alone time. And then I do whatever else I gotta do.
Wow.
And then I'm in bed by 7 and my wife thinks I'm an old, boring...
So you go to, my question was, what time do you go to bed if you get up at 3? You go to bed at 7 every night?
I gotta get 8 hours, yes.
So every day you eat that cleanly?
Yes.
And that's what so you don't have a chef, you do all your cooking yourself?
We have somebody cooks during the week for the kids, and they'll make me a little piece of fish or something.
He worked really hard though. He worked, and I tried with all my baked goods to break him, but it didn't work.
It didn't work.
No, we had, the earliest call times, and he was up at like 3 in the morning working out and eating cardboard, and it was pretty pretty
Cardboard?
amazing.
Not a great diet, no.
Cardboard doesn't sound like it tastes too good.
No, drywall is also awful. And,
Yeah.
But high in protein. So
And no
there we go.
calories.
Yeah, exactly. It was, yeah, just awful.
Well, basically train for 3 hours a day and eat
A lot of protein.
a lot of food. And I actually got the diet from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Every day what I do is I eat for 8 hours and I fast for 16. And so from about 10 in the morning till 6, for this I eat way too much and then nothing after that.
So the training that went into this, I don't know how fit you were before. And presumably you all had to do training for this.
I did not.
Nothing.
There was 4 of us who were on the same kind of hellish contract.
Yeah.
We actually had to sign a deal with Warner Brothers that we would only eat the food that they supplied for about 3.5 months. So that was a bit odd.
Did you really do that?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Talking about losing the weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you lose the weight for the role, and you, like, what do you eat? Like a calorie a day? Is that it?
You eat a little a little egg white in the morning. You eat 5 ounces of chicken at lunch and 5 ounces of beef in the evening, and a couple of Diet Dr. Peppers in between. And man, do those taste good after 10 days.
Yeah.
Tastes like cheesecake.
Yeah, but I don't know. I see the mental strain of that. It drives me crazy. I would get angry.
You do get I get a little clinical, as my wife says. You get
clinical?
a little sharp.
Do you do that Killer Joe voice when you're hungry? That
Drop it, just ease out and go, honey. Do not throw the rest of that food away. That's good food. I can't eat it, but you should.
Yeah, you gotta have it.
Other people that are training in the prisons are getting very lean and very strong and very fast and very dangerous. So the kind of training that we took on board was lots of exercise that involves a lot of body weight and a lot of very sort of physical things like climbing ropes, lots of press-ups and chin-ups and
the physical part of training was pretty intense. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard to even put into words, but it was like consuming. It was very consuming. It was a lot of work. It just sounds silly talking about it.
I don't think so.
It's really hard. It was really difficult.
I had a front row seat, and he did a lot of work.
Even while you were shooting,
He did a lot of work.
We did all the way through filming. Yeah. It was,
Oh my
God. It was training. I trained every day before work, and then.
You got up. I mean, not to, but you got up at like freaking 3:30 in the morning.
I did.
A lot of morning. He was like, we would have to start shooting at like 6, and I'd be like rolling out into hair and makeup with, coffee and Zach had already been to the gym and
4:45.
had like 2 meals.
Yeah. I'd already eaten breakfast and second breakfast. What did you eat? I ate everything in sight. But I mean, most of it was chicken breast, a lot of eggs, a lot of vegetables, a lot of kale, and brown rice, stuff like that. But very regimented, and it was every 2 hours. Anytime that if I wasn't talking on camera, there was somebody with like a big plate of food.
Did you have to blend? I heard you blended the chicken. Is that true?
I did at one point. I was just sick of chewing.
I know, we could have figured out something better. There had to have been a better way.
It didn't taste bad. I mean, at that point, I was immune to taste. I was no longer eating for taste.
So chicken smoothie.
Chicken smoothies, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Don't recommend necessarily, but it got the job done.
Because when you go on the diet as Superman, what does Superman eat?
He eats a lot of things.
Well, name one.
I mean, okay, it depends. If I'm mass building, then I'll eat burgers and stuff.
Mass building.
Yeah.
See, that's
If I'm
where
doing my
we're
mass
different.
game.
We're different people. Yeah, this is fantastic. Mass building. That's what they call it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just trying to get your arms bigger. So
Yeah, exactly.
Your chest. Yeah, that's cool.
But then when you